chiefs and whatnot, we're housed here. So the firefighters are actually, this is their headquarters upstairs.
Okay. Thanks.
The old taboo or the old thing, what about a pole? Well, state of Louisiana insurance no longer allows fire departments to have poles. The fire stations that do have poles, like in New Orleans and a couple in Baton Rouge, they're exempt until they have to remodel. Once they remodel, then they have to take their pole out.
I see.
So,
okay.
this is where the firefighters stay and hang out whenever they're not running. And this is where they relax time. This is where they do their reports and everything like that. And of course, and here's our map. So we're getting new firefighters in. They study our map also, so they kind of got a general idea of where to go before the call goes out. Everything in yellow is our district.
Okay.
So this is our training room. So this is where firefighters come in and we do weekly training, okay, for just keep you up to date. And we also train new firefighters here as well. So this is where they come in, this is their classroom basically, okay? And of course, like every fire department, you can't be a good fire department without a good kitchen.
Oh.
Yes.
So,
Come on.
and this is Jax.
Oh, I see it says ESA support dog.
He's an emotionally support animal. So that's what he does. So his job at the fire department is to do exactly what he's doing. So I like just getting hugs. Jax,
Yeah.
come here.
He said, I can tell she needs it.
Hey, Jax. Hey, buddy.
And where did you
Handsome boy.
So Jax is 3 years old. He is a boxer, and we got him from Louisiana Boxer Rescue out of New Orleans. Great
good.
people over there. He was put up for adoption, and they rescued, well actually they rescued him, and then they put him up for adoption. And he's been with us ever since. He's 3 years old, we got him at 6 months old.
So you don't have to be a Dalmatian to be a fire dog.
You don't have to be a Dalmatian to be a fire dog. So he goes with me all over. He rides in the trucks. He rides in our chief units.
Right.
And when we go to bad car wrecks and there's injuries and unfortunately someone's hurt,
Yes.
if there's children and adults alike, he will sit and let them play with him. And he loves giving them sugars. Well, he's tired right now. Loves giving them sugars and letting them play on it. Our law enforcement officers and Acadian alike, he's also there for them. He plays with them and they talk
see
to him.
such.
Absolutely. So he sees them on a daily basis. So,
Yes, you do.
so that's actually a piece of the tower. This is from 9/11 memorial that we have.
Yeah, we applied for that and it took a long time to get it.
Right. These are the names of the firefighters that died in line of duty.
Yep.
But we can move it if you want us to.
Yeah, we can move that stuff.
Oh, sure.
Hang on. Look, we got it. We got it. Excuse the mess right here. Whenever the freeze come, they started giving us all kinds of MREs for people.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah, they made us show them before they would send it where we were gonna put it on the wall and encase it. They sent us the piece of metal and then we built all the casing and did all the stuff.
And that's the actual certificate and showing that it actually come from the tower.
Yeah. And it's got a serial number on it. It shows what part of the tower it came from.
Awesome.
We put it on a machine and it tests the pressure of our hose. We check for the leaks, make sure none of them are ruptured, make sure the seals are still good, and we do it every year. So that's why everything's kind of really, really wet. So the red tags just show that they've been tested and they're certified. So these are 2-inch and 3-inch size hoses.
The tape
Right,
there.
the
Okay,
red
that
tape.
means those have all been tested.
Correct, and those have passed and ready to go onto
okay.
a truck. This are Ldh Reserve, so this is our backup hose over here. Okay. Anything that happens to a hose that's on the truck, we'll take it off and out of service, and we'll get a backup hose here and put it onto the truck.
Got it.
So we carry, if you look on the back side, we carry 800 feet of Ldh, large diameter hose, which is the yellow hose. We carry 800 feet of the 3-inch, which is this hose here.
Okay.
And we carry 600 feet of the 2-inch, what we call a blitz line. Okay, so this line will actually take off and hook up to a portable monitor or something if we needed to.
Okay.
The connection you see here is in case if we catch a hydrant and we drop all the line and we come up short before we get to the fire, we run out of room, it jumps over to the 3-inch and we'll continue going till we get to the fire so we don't run out of water and we don't run out of hose.
Wow.
So every firefighter starts out with knowing two things. You put a fire out with water and you use a hose to supply the water. That's your basic firefight. Put the wet stuff on the hot stuff. Everything else is training.
That's
Naturally
good.
know. So then the third thing we come into is where it comes out. So this is our nozzle.
That's a nozzle?
This is a nozzle for a fire hose.
I thought it was a flashlight.
It's a nozzle.
Wow.
So this particular nozzle has adjustments. So I can go 30 gallons per minute all the way up to 125 gallons per minute out the end of this nozzle, which is a lot of water.
Yeah.
So this is called a turbo nozzle. So you got a handle you can hold to keep the pressure from pushing back. This also adjusts. Okay. So remember on the ladder truck,
Yes.
our big nozzles, they open up to a fog and then it went
Right.
to a straight stream. This is a smaller version. Exact same thing.
So you
Okay.
can pinpoint
I
it
can
or you
pinpoint it
can
or I can spray a
out.
shield light. So this spins when the water comes out. It breaks the water up into little bitty pellets, like millions and millions of pellets. The idea behind that is if the water's broke up, it turns to steam faster. Steam assists in putting the fire out.
That makes sense.
So
So these are all,
these all spares and extras in case, so we have one of these at the end of every hose. So when you grab your hose,
And
the
then
nozzle's
these are
already
extras.
there. These are extras. That's right. This is what we call a portable standalone monitor. So you would take this off the truck, take your blitz line that I just showed you on the back, we would tie it in, and we would go somewhere, we would set it up, open it up, and leave it, and just let it spray. If there's a hazmat scene, trains, big fires like 18-wheelers or something like that where it's too hot for the firemen to get close, we'll use this. And this way the firemen can back off and it's not putting us in danger.
that's smart.
Also, if there's a house fire and the house is really close to another one, we'll put this on and we'll call it a water curtain. We're going to protect the house with this that has not caught on fire and with water and let it just keep going while the firefighters fight the rest of the fire.
You're putting a barrier between
We're putting a
the
barrier
fire.
between them. Correct. So, and it frees up the fireman.
Neat.
So,
And then,
these are self-contained breathing apparatuses, SCBA. All right, we're going to show you on the firefighter what it looks like when he gets it on. So this is one that rides in the cab. So this is the captains or the drivers, actually. We actually have them inside the seats of the truck. So when
inside the
yes,
seat, because obviously you couldn't have this on your back and drive.
Correct. So this one's for the driver, okay, or a spare for whomever one comes up to get it. But the firefighters, whenever they ride in the truck, they're going to get geared out, they're going to sit down, they're going to put their CBA on, they're going to buckle up, and when they get to a call, when they get out, they're all ready to go fight fire.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now-
Save time.
That's for my men who ride the truck. So that's my full-time and part-time men. Some volunteers ride the truck as well.
Yeah.
For the volunteers who get there who don't ride the truck,
Right.
that's what firefighter call is going to show you. He's going to gear up, and then he's going to come, and then we'll get one off the truck, and then he's ready to go fight fire.
The
So
volunteers.
the volunteers, that's correct. So he actually carries his gear with him in his vehicle all the time. So when his radio goes off, he will meet the truck at the fire or at the scene and put his gear on at his vehicle and then come up.
So volunteers
Volunteers.
listen,
Yes.
and if they hear one that they can get to, they meet you there.
Correct. Correct. So we have part-time, full-time, volunteer, combo department. We're a combination of everything.
And you're always looking for a good volunteer.
And a good part-timer as well.
Yep.
That's
Good
right.
deal.
This is where our spare air bottles are. So these, for each pack, I have 2 spare bottles. You can push it and pull it. There's no.
All right.
There it is.
Cool.
These are 30-minute bottles. So you stay inside. So in a 30-minute bottle, you get actually 15 minutes of air. So you do a lot of work in 15 minutes. Doesn't sound long, But
No.
if you're inside a house that's 1,500 degrees, you don't want to be in there longer than 15 minutes. So,
Well, I'm looking at all the equipment that you have to wear. I bet it gets pretty hot in
it
the
does.
summer.
Summertime, absolutely. And to be honest with you, I'd rather fight fire in summertime than winter.
No,
Yes.
I would have thought it would have been the other way around.
A lot of people think it's the other way around. That's my jaws. Be careful, shit, I'll fall out. The thing is, wintertime, you get hot, your body sweats. When you take your gear off, what happens? You immediately get cold.
Oh, yes.
Immediately. So yes, it is hot during the summertime, but you can always take off your gear and cool off, drink water. We have rehab that we take care of, the men, and it's just a whole lot easier for your body and for us.
I hadn't thought about it that way.
This is just where we store extra equipment. Okay, so this is called a combo tool. This is also commonly known as the jaws of life.
Oh.
See,
Okay.
when I said jaws of life, you
Yeah.
immediately knew what I was talking about.
Yes.
Yes. So this has been around since the 70s, the jaws of life, you know. This is a combo, so it cuts and it spreads. Okay. We also have tools where it's just strictly a spreader and strictly a cutter. Okay. So, but this is a combi, so I can use this. And this is to open, this is a small one compared to what we normally have. Okay. Pop doors on cars. All right. In case if you get into a car wreck and we can't get it open. And also we can cut a car. We can cut the doors completely off. We can cut the roof completely off
With that?
with this.
Wow.
Okay, so this has 10,000 pounds per square inch of cutting force.
Wow.
Right. So
And what-
this end here hooks into a hose that goes to a goes to a pump. The rescue, where's my rescue? Is my rescue in?
No, he's still in the car.
Okay, so on my rescue unit, I'll show you when he gets back. We have hoses on the back of the rescue unit, and it's a built-in pump. And the hoses pull out, and we have 150 feet of hose, and it will plug into here and supply it with the hydraulic fluid.
Oh, okay.
It's a
okay.
hydraulic.
So that's for hydraulic.
Hydraulics. We also have in my department, we have e-tools, which is electric battery operated portable tools. Okay. They also, actually my battery operates more than this. We actually have 50,000 pounds per square inch on my battery operated tools.
Man. Okay, what is
These are called ramps. So we try not to close off too many roads if we don't have to. So let's say if we're going in a neighborhood that's one way in, one way out, and we have to fight a fire.
the hose?
When we pull our hose, we can't have people run over hose because if they rupture a hose,
Sure.
it puts us in danger.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
we put these out in the different sizes. I got 2-inch, 3-inch, and LDH size on the hoses, and it just lays over it so cars can go over it and safely not injure our hose.
That's amazing. I never thought of that.
So this way we try not to trap people inside.
Right.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That's great. And I see the axe.
We do. We have the axe.
Okay.
This particular one is a flathead axe,
Uh-huh.
which we use for several different reasons. We use it to strike. It's a striking tool, so if we need a force way in, we can hit like a pry bar or something like that. Obviously, it's the axe part where we can cut a roof, cut a wall, cut a floor, anything like that to get to the fire and or to get to a victim.
Right.
This is a hydraulic pump, a portable hydraulic pump that in case you're further out in the field or further out somewhere that we can't get a hose to, that we can bring this to, hook up our hydraulics to it, and then it can work.
So that's why I saw a gas can.
That's
in
why
there.
you saw a gas
Got
can.
it.
That's right. Here's our famous firefighter axe. It's got the pick on it and the regular axe. So the pick we can use to also break through walls, pull tin down, pull down siding, things like that, pull up floor. Use it as a pry if we need to. Just like my ladder truck,
Yes.
we also carry ladders on the trucks.
Wow. And I saw that was made at Ferrara.
This is a Ferrara truck as
Got it.
well. That is correct. We do catering to our locals.
Got it.
So my pumpers, unlike my ladder trucks, only carry a 24-foot extension, a 14-foot roof. As you can see, these hooks,
Right.
they turn and they will go over the peak of a roof
Right.
and they lock in so the fireman can climb on there.
Got
So
it.
when your roof is like this on your house, this will actually go to the top of your roof and hook in. Okay, so it doesn't slide.
It's stable, yeah.
This is a folding 10-foot ladder, so it folds in to it's about this big and it opens up. We use this to get inside attics or to get inside your ceiling where your rafters are 24 inches apart and we have to climb up. Okay, and again, here's our pipe bowls.
Right.
Okay. And then of course we have the brooms and shovels just to clean off car wreck stuff, you know, things like that.
Good deal.
So this side over here is just a basic side, okay? This is a discharge line, so car fires, grass fires, things like that, we'll grab this one.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, okay.
No, it's okay.
Oh, okay. We're good.
Grass fires, car fires, we're gonna grab this, and we're just gonna take off. It's called a donut roll, okay? This is the actual working side of a fire truck. This is where the operator does everything. This is a lifeline here of the fire truck. So if you want to come up.
Oh, okay.
So we go through training on how to operate fire trucks, okay? This side operates this side of the truck. This side operates that side of the truck. Each one that you see goes to a hose. So we know the pressure that we're putting out on each hose. If you read here, it says deck gun. That's gonna be this. And remember last week when we operated it?
Right.
This is where he operated it from. Okay. All right. If you see here, discharge, that means there's a hose going out that a firefighter may have. Cross lays are these hoses here that you see off the side of the truck. That's those. So we have two that's underneath here. Okay. And then of course you have your intake. You have to get water into your truck. So this is the intake. Now the operator and firefighter that's up here operating this must know which ones to pull, when to pull, and how much pressure to give to each one.
I would get confused because that's 6 levers just on that side and another 6 over here.
That's
plus-
correct. So what he would do is he would get up, he would put his radio here. The firefighters or the commander on scene would talk to him and tell him, I need more pressure on. If you look, we have red line,
Right.
you have yellow line,
Oh, okay.
we have white line. So he's gonna tell him, I need more pressure on whatever line, and he's gonna give more pressure. This is our throttle, so this is what gives pressure. So you throttle this up. This tells you how much pressure is coming into your truck from a tank or a hydrant. It's telling you how much I'm pushing out. Okay. And this is in general, this is per hose.
Okay, so that's why the hoses are different colors?
That's correct. That's why the hoses are different
Okay.
colors. So if my firefighters are inside and they say, hey, hose red, I need more pressure. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna look and say, okay, he needs more pressure. Hose yellow just ruptured, shut it off. I need to be able to shut it off.
Cut it off so you're not wasting water.
Correct.
Got it. That is amazing. And what does that do?
This equalizes my pressure inside my tank. So whenever I get water coming in and I building up pressure inside my tank, I have to relieve that pressure so it doesn't rupture anything and or cause a water hammer.
Right.
So I turned this and my little light would come on and tell me, look, I'm getting too much pressure. So I got to turn this and it's called a relief valve. So
Okay.
water will shoot out the bottom a little bit and then it's going to equal out.
Wow. Man. Engine cooler, pump cooler.
That's right. So we would turn those on and it's water that's going to recirculate around to keep them cool, just like your radiator.
Okay.
That makes
And this
sense.
tells me how much water I have inside my tank. So I know how much water I have. And it's going to start beeping. So this little thing here is actually a little horn. It's going to start buzzing. And it's letting me know that my water is getting a little low. So if I'm operating, I have to get off the side for any reason, and I get low, this is going to warn me and tell me.
I need to get back up here and do
So I
something.
need to get back up and get my men out.
Yes.
So-
because they're not going to have water.
That's
And
correct.
You don't want them trapped inside a building
That's
without
correct.
water.
This is going to let me know when I'm ready to start pumping. It says pump engaged, so I'm ready to start pumping.
Wow.
A lot of training.
Yes. Yep.
Yes. Yes.
The brains of the, the nervous system.
This is the brain, nerve system, and operating system of the truck.
Awesome.
And here is a riding system. So you see we carry a medical bag here. So this is when they go on first aid calls or car wrecks, okay? Inside, okay, so he took this one out. That's the one that's sitting over there for him to put on, okay? So once they take a bottle out, this is what it looks like inside the seat.
Okay.
This is where the bottle would sit.
Oh, okay,
So
okay.
if you look here, you can actually see the bottles in their riding position with the mask sitting next to it, ready to go.
So the volunteers would get their...
Volunteers would get their stuff from here if
Got it.
that on side's gone,
Got it.
or the firefighters riding to the truck, riding to the call would sit here, gear out, sit here, get their bottle on. When you get there, they would come out ready to go fight fire.
Perfect. That's a long way to step up, man.
It is 3 points of contact at all time on the truck to keep you from falling. Remember, when you put on my mask on SCBA, okay, you have no vision, so you have to constantly feel with your hands of where you're going. So it's just like walking around. A great example. You can try this at home. Walk around, close your eyes in your home. You'll be able to walk around without hitting anything. 'Cause you know where everything's at mentally in your home. You will automatically know this is where my table, I know where I'm at.
Yes.
Go to grandma's home or go to another family member's home, close your eyes and do the same thing. You're gonna run into everything. We don't know what your house looks like. We have to figure it out by closing our eyes and walking in. With loud noise, because the fire is really loud, with dark black smoke, can't see, and really hot. And we have an additional 100 pounds of gear that we're wearing that's dry. And we're pulling a hose that probably weighs around 100 pounds as well, but it's charged. And we're not walking. We're on our hands and knees crawling.
So you crawl into a fire.
Crawl into a fire. We train with masks like this that we completely black out so the firefighters can't see, okay? And this gives them some sort of a little experience on
What it's like.
what it's like. Completely blacked out.
Yep.
So a fire is dark.
Dark and black, yes, and hot and noisy. Think about a campfire. So you're sitting by a campfire and it's wonderful. You listen to the popping.
Oh, that's
You
true.
hear all the little noises. Imagine that 10 times louder. Okay, because now you have furniture burning, you have walls burning, you have carpet, you have tile, you have whatever burning. It's really loud. So, right?
Nice.
Yes.
See on the tower.
Yes.
Okay, so that is hose that they just tested this morning, and they're letting it dry.
So it's all the water's draining.
All the water's draining and letting it dry.
I wondered because when I go to the library, I always see the hoses.
Inside the hose, you can feel inside there, it's actually rubber coated.
Oh yeah. It is. It feels like my gloves that I wash dishes with.
It does. And this is just an outer sheet, it's fabric, okay? Same thing on with your larger, you can probably see inside there.
Oh yeah. Oh, here, can you see?
Yes. Awesome.
Whoa. And I see the red, the yellow, the white.
Red, white, that's right.
I always wondered when I saw a firehouse why they had these outside.
And that's why.
That makes
So
sense.
Every fire we go to, we have to clean the hose, make sure it's in working order. If it's really dirty, we can bring it back here, clean it, hang it, get another one to put it on the truck.
And you clean it with just
soap and
high
water.
Soap and water?
Soap and water.
How do you get inside the hose?
But that's just regular water coming out the hose, so the inside just needs to dry.
Oh, okay, so we're just talking about we've cleaned the outside of it.
Correct.
Got it.
Now what you see here, all the black and things, that's just stained and burned in from actually being on fires.
Sure.
Can you give me an inch and a half?